Yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 146 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, co-hosts of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
Howdy, howdy.
Man behind the Pouffet Poussey, Geotrix.
Hello, how are we, man?
Hey.
How are we?
And so to all the Hive-ins out there, if you're wondering what happened to last week's episode, it's still waiting to upload to 3Speak. 3Speak are having some server issues. They're on top of it. They've got updates on their server. The episode is available on YouTube. If you want to see it on YouTube, you just have a look at the blog content of any of our episodes and you'll see a link in there to YouTube. So hopefully this week there will actually be 2 episodes coming out. There'll be last week's episode plus this week's episode if you like to watch it on 3Speak. And if you didn't realise that there's some YouTube channel as well, then by all means you can still watch last week's episode on YouTube. Interesting that the issue happened this week because the last episode that we did actually upload got a downvote from Marky Mark of all places, and we're just discussing why that might be. I know a lot of people get excited to get an upvote from Marky Mark. I've never had a Marky Mark upvote, so a bit of a shocker to check the post and see that he's downvoted our posts. We put a lot of effort into the show. We coordinate across 16-hour difference time, or 17 hour daylight savings, 17-hour time zone differences, 146 episodes strong. And I don't know, I think if you're going to downvote someone's post to that degree, that the least you could do, a little bit of courtesy and respect, is to put a comment on and say why you downvoted it. But so, hey, anyone out there knows Marky Mark on a DM level basis, maybe reach out to him and let him know what he doesn't like about the show, why he downvoted us. But other than that, moving on, what's new?
Geo, you want to dive in? You got anything to report, mate?
Yeah, I'm having freezing issues with the computer that I just built. It happened with the other one. I was thinking it was just Windows or something, which it might be. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Like it starts up, like I'm using Windows and I'm doing things, and then it just like freezes. So I'm looking into it.
Got enough RAM?
Yeah, it's got 16. It's enough.
All right.
I just built it just then, not long ago.
Okay, so this is another one you built since the one you mentioned on the last episode.
No, it's the same one. Same one, but the motherboard, the one that I got, a RAM DIMM stopped working. So, I had to get a new board. Not much, so, and that's the result of it. But yeah, I'm having the same sort of problems as last time. It's just like I'd be playing something and it'd just freeze, So
where are you getting your motherboards from?
From online, just ScorpTech. It's just an Australian computer website for like hardware and stuff.
What about that? Was it NYC or that place we used to go to in Pascoval?
MSI?
MSI, yeah.
MSY, I think.
MSY, yeah. They're good, and I actually went there not long ago, like 2 months ago in Sunshine, like the big one, the big MSY. Yeah, and that's where I got that other case from. So,
okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I've just been up to right now, as of right now. So,
yeah.
The trick is to keep the smoke in. Anytime you're working with anything electrical, you just got to keep the smoke in. Smoke's got to stay inside it. Old engineering thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What's new for you?
Not a great deal. I had a shocker of a brawl. I only won 3, and they were the ones where my opponent fled. Just terrible. Terrible.
I've had seasons like that, yeah.
And I think it was having a brawl off that tripped me up because, I don't know. But So I've literally wrote in my guild chat, sorry guys for my terrible. I wasn't drinking or anything. I just submitted the teams and was paying attention, and then it's just the way I guess the way it works, right? I've had some good runs recently, so yeah. Otherwise, all going okay. Nothing really new to report. We're still the board members are the DAO board members are just trying to work out what we need to do, incorporating, talking to some lawyers, and trying to work out how the DAO can relate to the outside world, to the legacy system.
Mm-hmm.
If we wanted to interact with an existing business, got to sign a contract. Who's going to do that? How does that work? How does it look? At the moment, we're looking to identify ourselves like KYC, but also what's your source of income, and can you get a reference from your bank? And I'm thinking I can't get a reference from my bank. I don't know them. I don't know the bank manager. I very rarely set foot in there. So we're just trying to clarify what we actually need, because everything's focused so much on the legacy world. There's, what's the DAO's source of income? What's the DAO's bank account? We're like, the DAO doesn't have any dollar income, and the DAO doesn't have a bank account. We kind of don't want the DAO to have a bank account. So setting up a corporation, I think, is often done for like money laundering purposes and the like. So they kind of want to make sure who we are, assume that we're owning stuff, and then assuming that we're bringing our own money through and maybe laundering it or something like that. So there's a lot of hurdles to jump through, and the system's not really designed for what we're using it for. But there's no other alternative really. For the DAO to actually be effective, I never said offensive. For the DAO to be effective beyond crypto, it needs to. We need to do this. So yeah, just doing our best and plugging away, getting through it.
Well, maybe it's just time to change the system.
It is. Yes, it is. It's a good reminder. Dealing with all this stuff is a good reminder of why we're moving away from all that. And it's only the tip of the iceberg of the complexity that regular people in the legacy system actually have to put up with. We're just dealing with a very small portion of that. And some people open and close dozens of businesses, and they're just constantly doing stuff and moving things around and keeping records forever, and that's just their vibe. And they're doing it for good things, for good or for bad reasons, I guess. But I like the simplicity, right? I like the simple life, and that's part of what drew me to blockchain is everything's recorded forever, right? That's the whole point. So I don't have to keep separate records. I don't have to keep a record of every blog post I ever wrote and every comment I ever wrote, because that's what the blockchain is. I love that. I love that simplicity. That's what drew me here in the first place. So, but the board members, we're all getting along. We've got a little group chat where we coordinate and collaborate, and what are we doing here and how are we handling that. And at the moment, Clay's thinking it might be worth us collectively deciding if the DAO will cover the expense of putting up a proposal if the board members believe that the proposal should be free for the guy putting it up to have that expense taken off his plate. At the moment, Clay does that on a case by case. Somebody will say, "Hey, I want to put up this proposal. I think it'd be great for the ecosystem. Will the DAO pick up the fee?" And Clay's just sort of, "I'm not really sure." So he's sort of at the moment saying maybe we're going to shift that decision making over to a majority decision of the board. So on one hand, it's kind of handy that we're always around and available. But then on the other, it's like, well, if one of us goes away for a week or 2 weeks and is offline, well, how do we get around that? So, yeah, it's good. Just feeling our way through it.
Anyone had any tier advancements? Goodies chests? No.
I think I went to Diamond 2. I pulled a few decent, but nothing earth shattering. No gold legendaries or anything. It's just the grind, right? Just logging in every day, keeping your energy off 50, and just doing your best in every match. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. No, I got a tier advancement fairly early on to the season, and then I've just been dropping out of and back into the same one. So, so haven't had any rewards since then. Anyone bought anything or done anything exciting?
I've been grabbing Mana Wardens whenever I have because I've still got the vouchers coming in strong, so I'm just trying to stock up on Mana Wardens while he's still around.
Yeah.
But where is shop exclusive? There he is. It doesn't really say how much longer he's going to be around for, I don't think. So I'd like to actually know so I can plan accordingly and maybe start stockpiling vouchers for the next one because I have him maxed. What I'll do is the first 5 people who say great show chaps, use that exact 3 words, great show chaps, I will send you a gold foil Mana Warden, 1b6 gold foil Mana Warden. So the first 5.
And is that on Hive or YouTube, both, one or the other?
It'd have to be on Hive because you need an account.
To send it to,
if it's just a random on YouTube, then it's very difficult to coordinate what their actual account name is on Hive.
Yeah.
If, however, you are watching on YouTube and you haven't done any Hive stuff and you'd like to understand it a bit better and you'd like to talk things through, you'd like an account, comment that on YouTube. Just say, hey guys, help me get involved in Hive. Help me get things started. And we will. We absolutely will. I got a couple of thousand account creation tokens. So you hit me up. We'll find a way. We'll talk on Discord or something like that, and I'll get you all the keys that you need. Step you through downloading Keychain, Hive Keychain to browser extension, and then we'll get you on Hive. You'll be playing Splinterlands before you know it. So if you're watching on YouTube and you're thinking, oh, it's a shame I don't have that account. I'd like to get a gold for Mana Warden. You've missed this one, I expect, but sing out and we'll get you set up with a Hive account.
Like anyone who's playing Splinterlands is going to have a Hive account anyway. I doubt anyone would be watching Splinterlands if they weren't playing it or didn't have an account.
Well, they might be watching because they're interested. If that's you and you want to get an account and you want to blog and comment on our posts, let me know in the YouTube.
Get paid to blog.
Get paid to blog. Absolutely.
What was that? The thing that the logo Steam, the old Steam logo.
Yeah, it was like the
play, comment, vote, or earn. Oh, what was it?
Post, comment, earn, post, vote. I don't remember.
Surprised Hive didn't do something similar. Just sort of, it's catchy.
Yeah, I came up with no, okay, never mind. Sorry.
It's like the old lose weight now, ask me how badges and T-shirts. And back in the 80s and 90s.
Prompting the conversation. I got one, Henry, when he was little, had one, asked me about my T-Rex. And so if you did, he can pull his T-shirt up over his head, and on the inside of the T-shirt is a vicious, angry T-Rex face. And
the other side?
T-Rex face, and then his belly, because he's pulling his T-shirt up over his head. It was hilarious. He loved it. Kids and jokes, they never stop, never gets old. They just laugh and laugh. And now they groan when I, mention dad jokes.
Yeah, everything that used to be funny is just a dad joke now.
Yeah. Oh, there's some great dad jokes. I love them.
Wow. So that's it. That's a wrap for 146. We'll be back next week.
Well, there's not a lot going on, really.
There's not, is there?
There's some proposals about.
Claiborne's doing a poll at the moment on the leaderboard. Wants people to pitch in on that, their views, what they think. Just vote for the proposal on that. Yeah.
Yabba's he's just bought another 3 million SPS himself personally, which is always bullish. And he's also resolutely refusing to expand on hardcore mode and what that is and what that might entail. However, it's definitely on the priorities list for the short-term priorities. I saw a list of 3 or 4, and there was I think new player experience and something else, and then I think number 3 was hardcore mode. So that was this is what we're focusing on now. So whatever it is, he sees a lot of value in developing it, and he's specifically previously said that it wouldn't take a lot of dev work, And yeah, so look, I'm interested to see where that goes. I've been fascinated by this man's mind for a long time, and I'm always enthusiastic when Matt's enthusiastic, because he can be a little bit of a dour personality. So when he's excited, that's time to get excited.
Yeah. And SPS has been holding well at the 8.5 mark.
Yeah, Hive is 19 cents. There's dark energy crystals. There you go.
Yeah, SPS
Yeah, yes.
is holding steadily, going up.
Yeah.
Slowly. I like it.
I was getting ready, hoping we might have some questions about the swap pool tutorial that we did last week, but of course no one's seen that yet because free speed being down.
Because we haven't uploaded it. Well, it's good though, because it means that we weren't spending too much time talking about like time pressure sensitive. You don't want to be like too up to date, because then people go, oh, it's a week old, it's not worth watching now because it's already outdated. But yeah, I guess, should we battle?
Yeah.
You guys do your thing. I'm just trying to tackle this thing.
All right. So doing our thing is you sending Matt a challenge.
You do that first. Do that first.
All right.
Geo, just just check that all the zeros and ones are in the correct order. That's all. That's all it comes down to.
It's pissing me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
All right.
So maybe it's not software.
All right. Challenge sent.
All right. You've got it open so people can see. Yeah, your end it hasn't. Oh, that's interesting. At my end, it's loaded up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no magic and earthquake. 26 mana cap. Everything's available except water. But is it still?
Okay. Yeah, I've got it now.
All right. I am in.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I get that sometimes. Do you want me to share screen?
Oh, you can do that?
I can, yeah.
Do that then. Okay.
Host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
need your
turned it on
permission.
yet. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, it's on.
Okay, Brave tab, Splinterlands, share. You seeing it all right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Indeed.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I went with the dodge there, with the AE because with no magic, thought I was maximising on the dodge.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, though, you kind of want to make sure you're doing heavy flying too, so the earthquake doesn't just kill everyone.
Yeah. Well, my scavenger's flying. I did
Yeah,
originally. I was going to go with the Pelacor Bandit. I mean Pelacor Mercenary as a
yep,
tank because he can fly. But then I thought, no, that's what I ended up going with hitting hard, retaliate, and lots of life to get me
yep.
through, even though he's
Contracts.
not getting healed. And then
Yep,
just a lot of sneakers to smash your back row.
yeah. No, that works. Well, Lily Shieldpaws made sure that your sneakers are all going forward,
Hmm.
and that Desert Dragon, the Desert Dragon's retaliating. So
Retaliating
hopefully
as
there's
well.
some. Yeah, so I think we might have some explosive
Back and forth with
retaliation
the
sessions. Yeah,
retaliates.
hopefully.
Yeah.
You've got a lot more health, but I've got that one armor, which can make a difference. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'll get it simply because I'm seeing a lot more non-maxed cards on your team.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an RNG one, right? Like if you get lots of retaliates and I don't,
Yeah.
then you'll be good to go.
And you got a lot of speed
if,
there too to counter my
if my
dodge.
if my Goblin Fireballer manages to tag your Riftwing with Snare, then I think you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
But if you manage to get my Desert Dragon down and Goblin Fireballer ends up in the front position, then I think you might end up taking it out.
All right. What do you think,
But I
Joe?
think this guy here is going to just eat through your
I
back row
think
and build up his bloodlust.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Matt is going to take it just based off of having high leveled cards.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch.
That's what I think.
Okay.
There's the miss.
What a
Kind of
waste of a
wasted that resurrect.
Yeah.
Oh, and the retaliate. So he's going to die straight away to the earthquake now.
Yeah.
And the retaliate. Oh, but I missed.
There goes
Well,
your
I didn't
Desert
get the
Dragon.
Riftwing tagged with. Yeah. Things are moving a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, I just lost half my team to Earthquake.
Yeah, but so did I. I lost my tank. Oh, the triage on Arella Abaddon. That's good. What's his name? Yeah, Arella Abaddon.
Oh, miss.
That's very handy.
Oh, no. So that's it. I just
Yeah,
got to
that
hope my
hurts.
Riftwing hangs in there while you guys all die. No, he's gone. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon Jumper is so
hasn't
good
Oh,
in
did he
pulled
get
out.
Earthquake.
snared? Because he just got hit by
Yeah.
Earthquake.
Yeah,
Oh, he was snared.
Rizwing
Yeah.
didn't last. Didn't last
Right.
Yeah.
against those stripping the flying off.
All
The
right.
Dragon Jumper is insane in Earthquake. He's so good because he's flying himself, but he has snare, and he's always targeting the weakest. So I love Dragon Jumper. I use him whenever I can.
Yeah. All right. And you're up, Gio, because my bot is
Mhm.
running. That's why I had that pop up before. I realized that
How-
seeking enemy.
How convenient.
Should I send you a challenge, Gio?
I'm already sent one.
Okay.
Oh, we have someone in the waiting room.
Let's bring him in.
Oh, is it?
Bring him
You
in.
sort that while Gio and I battle.
No,
I'm
it's not
guessing.
jagged.
Nice.
No, it's not jagged.
All right, mystery surprise
All right,
guest. I love
jagged
it.
as well. Jagged has just come into the waiting room as well.
Whoa.
Bring him on.
What's going on? So we've got two guests.
Take them all.
We've got two guests coming in.
It's pretty wild.
Hey, Mr. Jangles.
Jangles.
What's up, fellas?
Good
morning,
Hello,
Hey,
mate.
long time no see.
Buenos noches, Bobby. What's up,
Buenas
brother?
noches. Yes.
¿Cómo están ustedes?
Bien.
What's happening, dudes?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Yeah, great, man. Just sipping my coffee. Winter's starting to finally roll in. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
How are you guys? Gio, long time no see, bro.
Been a while, hasn't it? I'm just got some computer dilemmas, so I'm I'll be in and out, like
Yeah.
fixing that. And yeah,
Matty
good to
Clark,
see you.
the man of endless surnames and prefixes. What's up, dude?
He's barrel chested and battle tested. That's what I go by.
Nice, man.
Yeah, all good, mate. I was just telling the guys about some of the stuff they're asking for to set up the corporation. Brass eyes, inner leg length, all of the get a reference from your bank. We're like, what? How am I going to get a reference from my bank?
What's a bank?
Where's your money coming
That
from?
was my question.
Exactly. It's old school, man.
It's a cool learning experience.
It is.
It's going to be interesting to see how the DAO operates with, moving forward with this foundation.
Yes.
A little bit big there, Gio. We can only see half of you. Yeah.
How's that?
There we go. Perfect. Yeah.
And we got Jagged joining us as well, but he's muted. I don't know if you can unmute yourself there, Jagged.
Well, we've gone with similar-ish sort of.
There he is. What's up, Jag?
There he is.
Jagged.
Finishing some noodles.
Nice. Can't go wrong with the 2-minute noodles.
That's right. Quick one.
The hearty start to anybody's day, man.
Delicious and nutritious.
Hey, what's going
Okay.
on?
Everyone's got some good maxed cards here. Just your Chaos. What's that dude called? Chaos Battle Mage or something?
Commander
That's
Slade.
my boy, Commander
that's
Slade.
it. Yeah.
I only got him at level 5 though, so
Yeah, that's not bad for a rare.
I love that
Getting
card.
there.
I love that card.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys
Reflection
don't
Shield.
use the ghost card challenges, so everybody's on equal
we
footing.
tried that once.
there's just too
and
many.
It was just the options, man. With the timer ticking down, there were just too many options, and so many cards that I wasn't familiar with. It was fun, but it wasn't really like a competition. It was just picking cards that looked good. Not really, and yeah, there was just way too many options, and this is good encouragement too. And thank you also for the Venari Spellsmith top up.
Oh yeah, man.
When you see some shortfalls like this, it's a good reminder that because some of the cards, they've been on my level up list for a while, and you just forget about them, and then they come up in battle and we think, oh yeah, I really need to get this one up a level or two. So I've got all of my Chaos Legion now, all of the commons except the Scavo Hireling, because he's still an expensive little bitch, but I got him up a level. So just one card left on my Chaos Legion commons to level up. So I've been doing a little bit here and there as I can. Yeah.
So the two newcomers, what's your analysis on what you're looking at here to make your prediction?
What do you mean? What's their analysis on what they're looking at? Obviously, I'm handsome. I'm good looking. I mean, what is there to analyze?
What's the rule set?
What's the battle conditions? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bring up the rule set, Gio.
It is Rise of the Commons and
what are the
Mayhem.
rule sets here, boys?
Yeah, Melee Mayhem and Rise of the Commons and V.
I really like Commander Slade. I think Commander Slade's going to be the difference here.
He would make a difference if I was blasting or if I had Thorns.
Exactly. Yeah.
He might still make a difference.
But he's got dodge and speed of 5. So
Yeah.
if he starts trampling,
let's just.
And armor repair is helpful as well.
Yeah, from the swamp.
I was thinking if the Giant Killer would do anything, but it's not going to do anything to anyone outside of Coastal Sentry.
Not a lot of retaliating going on here.
No.
I was hoping the Demoralize would get the job done on this.
Yeah.
I figured there'd be a lot of melee happening. Ooh, that dodging, yeah.
That's
done
it.
Yeah. And like you say, the repair, good note, Jagged. The repair is going to do the job. Well done. Good game, Gio.
Thank you.
The poison's helpful, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Oh,
So
he steamrolled me.
Who wants to take on Geo, the reigning champ?
Come on, Bajangles, jump
I
in.
can't wait till I just want to lose so I can get back to fix this shit.
Oh,
So, send me a challenge, Gio. Do you want to do the ghost card stuff? Ghost card modern?
Yeah. I'm up. Yeah. Look, the higher chance of me losing, I'll take that road. Let's do it. Just send it to me and yeah, all good.
so the
All right,
ghost
are
cards
you-
are instead of an auto battler, you're an anxiety battler.
Exactly.
Am I sending to the Pouffet or
You know
to
what?
Gio?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Just so we don't
Okay,
get
cool.
confused. Dejangles, it's easy.
Yeah, cool.
Really.
Yeah, Bajangles loves all the pussy he can get. He's all.
Jaggy, you're the man,
Amen. Amen.
dude. You're not wrong.
Amen.
Don't we all?
This is why we get downvotes.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking.
You guys don't get down
last
votes.
week's
I
episode.
can't believe it.
Marky Mark, what's his problem? I mean, you can at least have the decency to comment and say why. You know?
He nuked us.
Yeah.
I actually reached
Really?
out to Marky. I reached out to Marky Mark and asked him for clarification, and he evidently the issue is not necessarily my content, but because I receive an
Copy and
upvote
paste.
from because I'm getting an
I think I know
upvote
what it
from
is.
BD Voter, and BD Voter is kind of has a bit of a notorious reputation for trying to game the system a little bit. So Marky Mark pretty much told me you can ask Zaku, and Zaku can clarify why you've received such a downvote.
Right. I get BD voter upvotes as well.
That
So-
would be why you got the Marky Mark downvote. Yeah, I think his thing is just trying to balance it out.
Yeah.
It's not personal, and it's not a knock on your content. It's
Yeah.
more geared towards BD Voter.
Yeah. Just getting the ruler out, and he's come up a bit short on the ruler.
Did you send that
Oh.
challenge, Gio? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Look,
This is how you
it
get the
says
downvotes.
Challenge set.
I got it. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna share. Let's do it. All right.
What do you guys think of all these new rule sets?
I'm
I haven't
liking
kept up.
I'm liking the size, like minimum battle, minimum speed type ones, because it makes me think a little bit outside of the box that I normally think in when I'm picking my teams.
Yeah, I totally agree. You don't have to think about it too much because the cards you can't select aren't shown.
Mm-hmm.
So often I'm finding, I know the card for this rule set, and I go and look and he's not there.
Yeah.
And then I realise, it's because he only has 2 health. Or not quite enough attack speed. So, but it's not an intellectual burden to try to work out what, if it's another rule set that affects gameplay, then you can get kind of lost in all of the different rule sets and how it's all going to work out. But if it's something that limits your cards available or limits the slots available, like the fairly recent, only 4 slots available or 5 slots available, things like that, I think it increases the variety. And like you said, Bob, it pushes you to make up for, I was going to grab that card. What else could I put in there instead? What other card? I think it's great for the game, for the economy, because you've got a reason to have a deep collection, right? So someone who's just got Chaos Legion, and then they get the rule set that's even Stevens, commons and rares, and they've got to have at least 3 speed. They might find they've only got 4 cards that they could possibly field in that. If it's only waters available, they can't bring in dragon or whatever. They're going to find that they're very, very limited like that. And so then they're going to go, well, to prevent that, maybe I'll branch out and I'll grab some Untamed, or maybe I'll stack some Rebellion, or build some, focus more on reward cards and building that out. So I think having those restrictions means you got a lot more reward for having a really deep collection. Right. And with the hardcore mode that Matt sort of hinted at recently, it's also there'll also be that would be he hinted it'll be a way to reward people for having older cards and also having multiples of the same card. So that's a different kind of depth.
Yeah.
I just want to
Also,
comment real quickly, Geo, you freaking bully, bringing out tofu.
I've never
used
seen
it.
that
I've
screen.
never used it in
Yeah.
my life. I just
No?
saw it. I was like, nah, I haven't got it.
Oh,
It's-
tofu's a boss, man.
Yeah. Yeah, our guild has recently taken Cora off the ban list and put tofu on.
Since I have no
Smart
clue
move.
what's happening.
We did the
Yeah.
same.
Pick it up from here.
Cool.
So anyone got predictions against tofu?
I think with only 2 cards, that Halfling Alchemist halving your Mantaroth attack is gonna hurt, I expect.
I've completely rusted away Mantaroth's armor too, so he's losing half of his
and the magic
attack.
just gonna eat through me.
What's your attack, Jangles? I've never seen that card before.
That's one of the Rebellion legendaries. It's a 4-mana dragon card.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. He's kind of Zenith. I think he'll probably replace the Zenith Monk in a lot of positions once Chaos Legion rotates. I mean, he doesn't have the heal, but the Reflection Shield is great. The Redemption is great. He throws back arrows in addition to magic.
It doesn't hit very hard though.
It's not the point.
No, he's purely a defensive.
He's like a cheap play. He's like a cheaper Lobstradamus. That's what I'd use Lobstradamus is when I want to return the no, hang on, what am I thinking of? Sorry, the Minotaur Warlord does both of those 2 reflects, but he also hits really hard on Earth.
Let's just play.
I'm going to give it to B Jangles.
Same.
I think that Halfling Alchemist is going to really wreck your damage output.
Yeah. It's just going to eat through me too with the magic. I don't have any.
Oh, there's the, yeah.
Right, in halving, huh?
Oh, the miss. Oh, no.
I mean, you deserve that though. You got six speed. Yeah, it's pretty up there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the slowest team I've seen Geo ever play.
I think B Jangles is the only person we ever have on the show who can beat Geo.
No, those cards are and others, but these are cards I've never used before, so I was like, I have a chance to use them. So
yeah, that's why I don't like the ghost cards myself. Just firstly, too many options, and 2, I just don't know the cards at all. Yeah, Jagged, you want to take B Jangles on?
No, come on, man. I can't.
The reigning champ.
You're playing against a champion. It's
Play silver.
that's the point.
With rain collections, if you like.
Yeah, I don't care. You'll give it a shot.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just amazed that the magic trainer gave 2 magic. I've still got it at 1 magic.
Oh man, that card is. It should be a legendary. I think that card is so key, and especially it gets camo at the higher levels, so it can just kind of camp out, avoid snipe, and big benefiter. Okay, Jagged, am I sending to Jagged 71?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we had Jagged. I saw you made a comment about the back to basics. The chat we had with Joey yesterday, and he called out a couple things. One that I found really interesting was talking about the next promo cards, saying that one of the Rebellion cards is going to be granted retroactively a new ability with the entrance of, I think it's the legendary card, which It's pretty cool. I don't know if that's happened before. I would have to default to Matt and your tenure in the game.
No. I've only ever heard of abilities being taken away, not a new ability being retroactively bestowed on a card as a buff. That's interesting. Very early on, a lot of people wouldn't know this, but very early on, the Lord of Darkness was going to have an ability called Fear, which would take the front card and put him to the back. Like take the opponent's front card and put him to the back. But it was deemed to be unworkable or game breaking, so they never ended up doing that. But that's a little bit of lore from basically 6 years ago. That was the original big draw card to Lord of Darkness.
I can see why they'd pull that, though. I mean, imagine if your tank got shoved up the back and he's only got melee attack. That would totally suck.
That feels pretty broken.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm having some connectivity issues. I'm going to drop out and I'm going to switch internets because we've got two internets here. I'll come back.
Okay.
So we got a match going on then, lads?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're filling teams
Loading
at
a
the
little
moment.
bit.
Concentration. I love seeing the concentration. Jangle's got the crease just here, the double.
Matt, I'm going to be honest. It's more because I'm operating on a little laptop and I'm at my desk and the screen is
Glinting. You're like, "Ugh, I can't see."
I'm still waiting for somebody to do the Michael Jordan tongue. You remember he was just he's going up for the dunk and he'd have his tongue hanging halfway down to his chin,
Oh yeah,
like Mike. Concentration.
like Mike. That's what's up.
I haven't seen that in ages.
Yeah.
Oh, see, the Zoom's got AI companion.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, what does that do?
So in all of our peak deep posts, all of the summary, that's where that comes from.
Oh, right, okay.
So it gives me some sweet bullet points, and as long as people are properly named going into the summary, it recognizes voices, and it's very, very, very sweet tool.
Oh, wow. That's where I did a reply to Ben's challenge for the WoW characters for the pop culture references.
Oh, did you? Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I just did it in chat AI asking to do it for me, and then did some image searches. Yeah, and just did a reply. See if he pays out the SPS.
10K. He put 10K on the line.
Yeah.
I missed the tactics. I was too busy talking to you guys, and I missed the tactics.
That was the tactic.
Shit.
That was his plan all along.
Cryptic. Yeah, Cryptic is too good. I think I'm in trouble. That's a lot of magic.
Yeah, I was looking for the threes like you did and put them at the back. And I thought I only need one melee. Or melee.
I've always used melee, but melee, yeah.
Melee.
I've heard melee, which just drives me
Melee.
crazy. That can't be right.
Melee.
That can't be right.
Yeah, my friend Mealy from Chinese restaurant. Yeah.
My friend Melee. He cooked me up some fried rice.
Well, if you guys weren't demonetized earlier, you count on it now.
Hey, we're multicultural. We're equally
Yeah,
racist.
man.
I was gonna say mealy sounds like a bad apple, but
I grew up with
it's too
Asian
tame.
culture, so it's all good.
It's like my best friend's Chinese.
No, my wife's Asian.
Fair enough.
you got the pass.
Yeah, that's what I say. I can make comments because I know the culture.
Yeah, my mate Kev, man, we're always. It's some of the stuff, man. If you were to hear it, it's funny as. Like
Have
I'm
you
on this
guys-
Facebook page called the Wuhan Wet Market, and just some crazy shit going on there. It's great.
Oh boy. Have you guys seen the video? I think it's from like the 70s, and it's something like Kids Jeopardy. and it's got like a young Chinese kid and then I want to say like a young Englishman. They're both probably 8, 9, 10 years old would be my guess. And the question posed to the contestants is something along the lines of, what is the word yellow used to describe about somebody's character? And the white kid quickly hits the buzzer and he's like, Chinese? And then the Chinese kid follows up. He's like, cowardly.
Beautiful.
You couldn't script it any better, man. It's priceless interaction, man.
Yeah, I remember when I was at uni, I had a Hong Kong international student friend, and she wanted to buy some abalone, and apparently she found a connection. A milk bar had abalone hidden under their freezer, with the ice creams. So anyway, we walk in there. She went to go buy this illegal abalone, and then the lady says, "Oh no, he has to wait outside because I'm a guaylo, you know, I'm a white guy.
white man. Yeah,
I'm a white man, you know, and I can't be trusted of the men."
yeah. Fair enough.
And I'm like, hang on, I'm getting it's reverse racism going on here.
Oh shit.
You know they're not very big though. You could just walk in and take the abalone. So this is not like don't offend Chinese, but have you seen them? They're this might be 6'3" me talking, but like
No, it's not the size of the person. It's the type of knife they've got behind the counter though.
It's the knife.
Oh man.
Yeah, and when they do like sweatshops in Melbourne, they the Chinese business owners they hire elderly Asian women who are on the government Centrelink, which is the government welfare, and they tell those women that we pay you $5 an hour, where the average wage is like, what is it, 25? We'll pay you $5 an hour, and the rest of it's made up with the government welfare. And I went to pick up one of the relatives from there. And the boss says, no, he can't stay in the car park because he'll dob us in. And I'm like, hang on, this seems to be a pattern going on here. Yeah.
Oh my.
I'm in my country getting told by imported immigrants that I'm not allowed to see them defraud the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand it. I understand the Chinese.
I mean, it's like we're all doing it. It's like, relax, chill, man. Like, it's like we're all doing it. We get it.
Yeah. That's Chinese culture, you know. Since I grew up, you know. We're multicultural.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Filipinos,
I think we've effectively
Vietnamese, and Macedonians, and
I personally live in Little India right now, like where I'm situated. It's like New Delhi.
Yeah. Indian culture is great.
Yeah, the food's good.
Yeah.
I think we've effectively got ourselves banned from pretty much every platform, maybe even 3Speak. The first video, the 3Speak guys will go, now look, I know we're all about freedom of speech, but we need that one exception, so we'll hold you guys up as the benchmark of whatnot.
Well, I've heard Bob kind of hold his claim to fame as being the only TPG episode that's ever been removed from YouTube. Let's just return the favor here.
Yeah.
But in Bob's defense, we are using Bojangles' account, so we're good.
Also true.
That's why 3Speak is down.
Because I've got a Maltese background. My father's Maltese, and our joke between my Maltese friends was when our father goes to the tip, he brings back more rubbish than he throws away. Because it's just the nature of the European background.
Such a hoarderman. Yeah. Oh man, tell me about it. And they can't let go of things. It's like they have to keep everything. It's like, what are you doing? Throw it out. Like, you don't need that. It's taking up room.
Yeah. Oh no, I can fix it. I can fix it.
Yeah, and it never gets fixed. Like, just sits there for years doing nothing.
Yeah, my father had like, I think 20 lawnmowers that he was pulling pieces just to make one.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my mum says, get rid of them. We've got no room for everything.
Yeah.
Did he get the one working mower out of the deal?
Oh yeah, I have it. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Nice.
Ah, he's, it's like a natural skill that Europeans have when they tinker with stuff. It may not look good, but it works. Yeah.
That's what matters. Is it functional?
Yeah.
Does it?
'Cause I remember Dad had a shed in the backyard and he had a garage built. And then he just said, I reckon I can cut a door in the side of the garage and just push the shed up to it and make an extra room in the garage. Yeah. So he did it.
Wogs
Yeah.
in rooms, man.
Yeah.
Wogs. If they can turn something into a room, they will.
Yeah, and then he got some bricks from somewhere and he made a whole floor and he got some scrap metal and he made like a little workshop at the back of the garage. Yeah.
And how much rent did that add-on room accrue over the years, man?
Exactly.
And how many families lived there?
Yeah. That's I don't want to get more racist, but yeah. There's other cultures
Yeah,
that do that.
Oh, I was teeing you up, Jag. I was teeing you up.
It can get a whole lot more. This is just surface level.
Anthony Jeselnik, I don't know if you guys know him. B. Jangles, you might know him, American stand-up. He says all sorts of inappropriate stuff, but he does this great bit. It's talking about racism and how stupid it is. It's like racism, it's just ridiculous. How could you, like, why would you hate an entire group of people based just on the way they all behave?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I remember we took my dad to Yamcha, and he got sick of trying to chase the dumpling around with his chopstick he couldn't use. So we just ordered him a plate of fried rice. And then he said to me, he goes, this is what food poisoning really is. You're eating food that you're not meant to eat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. If you're European, it's better to stick to what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, for 4 years, my dad never trusted Asian cooked food because he wasn't used to it. You hear about stories, but now he's cool. Yeah, he's cool. He's come around. He understands. He realizes how good it is.
Yeah.
Especially if you get to a proper place, has a lot of mad reviews and all that, it's fine.
I feel like the gods are suddenly giving me reason to have pause when I go order lunch today. I've never had concern eating out here, but all of a sudden I feel like maybe today's the day.
That's not. It's not your generation. It's my dad's generation.
Yeah.
They always had such a, what do you call it? They're just very. I don't know what that word is.
There's
but they.
My old man, when he was growing up in the 60s, he and his mates would go fishing on the local jetty, and they would pull up these horrid little monsters, little squid, basically. But they were just revolting sea creatures. But the crazy Italian family wanted them for some reason. So all the locals knew, if you're out fishing and you pull up one of these horrible little sea monsters, you just take them to the Italians. And rumor got around that they're actually eating them. And everyone's like, oh, that's disgusting. And now Dad's like, I can't believe that we're just pulling up all these squid and just giving them to the Italian family. And they're just like, great, cool, calamari. And now it's one of his favorite dishes. But
now we pay top dollar for that.
Yeah. It's expensive.
But back then in the 60s in the country, very, very white, white. So they just didn't. So yeah, it's that's a window into how things used to be.
We're just getting you demonetized, Bob. So you look a bit frozen there. You're still in fear. You'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I'm having some issues for sure.
Me too.
I've tried both internet. I think there could be a broken link with domains or something, because I've been going from my bookmarks. Some pages load instantly. I can't load Terracore, can't load Peak, can't load Steam Monsters, Splinterlands. Canva works fine. YouTube works fine. So maybe it's a broken link. So I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on.
Do you have a hotspot that you can log in with from your phone?
Yeah, I can hotspot from my mobile. Yeah.
Maybe that.
What's my quality like on here?
a little bit robotic,
best.
Yeah.
but I
All right.
can make out
Okay.
what you're saying. You just sound a bit
It's okay.
funky.
I'll
You sound
switch to my mobile.
zesty. You're zest maxing at the moment.
All right, so we've talked racism. What about women? Should we move on to?
Hey, why not
thinking
add
pop-
sexist?
I've got one. I've got one.
Well,
So
well,
you,
first
you,
things
you
first, Matt. We need to define what a woman is. So, it's like
so Matt,
Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider said the other day that he's very old-fashioned. Back in his day, women didn't have penises.
Yes.
man, I love that. I love that comedy is like breaking down the PC wall, man. It's the perfect platform to do it.
So good.
So Matt, you were talking about American comedians earlier. There's a dude named Mark Normand. Do you know him? Anybody? Well, he has this great bit where he's talking about, what it's like growing up in his, he's about my age, so right around 40. And one of his bits is when I was a third grader, I really liked third grade girls. I also really loved grape juice. I still love grape juice. Woo! Dodged the bullet there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen that bit. I think he said, "And now I like wine, but I also like grape juice."
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So true. Yeah, there's some great ones. There's who's that guy who lives in Bixby, Arizona, right on the border. He's a real it's going to come to me, but he does some good stuff too. I'm gonna find him. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Bisbee, Arizona, man. That's not a town I hear of very often. I spent quite a bit of time down there. It's a cool spot.
Doug Stanhope.
Stanhope's the man. Yeah. I didn't know he was in Bisbee.
Yeah. So we've got a match going on.
What are you focusing on, Matt, these days?
Well, the DAO stuff, the DAO Foundation stuff has sort of taken a bit of attention, and the treasurer stuff, pushing through transactions and the like. So that's been a bit of a focus. Last week, the episode hasn't aired yet, but last week we did I walked Bob through putting grain and DEC into the liquidity pool. So I've sort of been looking at that and thinking, with what Cryptomancer's doing at the moment, with starting to look towards 1.75 and have stone and wood and different, trying to think about how I want to position myself for all that. But otherwise, no, I've just mostly just been logging in, playing my battles, doing my brawls, minding my business, jumping into Discord occasionally to break up fights. There's some ongoing contentious, and you sort of got to be the referee and the diplomat, and it's always a double standard. You can try your best, but according to everybody, there's always going to be a double standard. You treated me like this, and you treated this other guy like that. And it's like, dude, just
what's the main gripes at the moment?
It just gets personal. People who disagree on stuff, they stop arguing about the stuff and they start bickering at each other. And then, well, he said this word about me, and are you allowed to say this word, or is you not?
Okay. Yeah.
The last one was scat. Azarcon, who's been on the show, was telling Alex Van, I think it was, to scat. But it's like, well, scat can mean poo in various different circumstances. So it's all about context. But you also know that a lot of guys are walking it right up to the line. They'll sprint up to the line and then screech to a halt right at the very edge.
That's human nature.
I know, but that's where I think it would be smarter for us to just not issue any warnings, just an immediate 24-hour timeout. Okay. Because every time you issue a warning, it's a free, here's the line.
That's right.
It's a free declaration that the line is exactly right here. But it's just it's so dumb too. These are people who are invested in the game, right? Everybody's invested in the game. People arrive in the Discord, go, what's the community like? And you just arrive and there's this toxic bickering. People go, and they leave. And these people are bickering over how do we attract new people. I know. How about just, be cool, be chill, be somewhere worth arriving.
Are you one of the moderators on Splinterlands Discord?
Yeah.
Has there been talk around? I mean, if for nothing else, than to just issue in the statement of, hey, until you get cooler heads prevailing, here's the timeout. Has there been talk about just jumping straight to that trigger?
Yeah, Royal Legal is sort of we've got a sort of a team for a while now that just does it. It's whoever happens to see. 90% of it is just deleting like scam stuff that comes in, people posting, hey, come to our Discord and click on this link and you'll get free whatever. So it's often just deleting scammers. But yeah, sometimes it's about breaking it up. Somebody will tag us and say, hey, fix this or whatever. We all kind of go off our own, what we feel is the general accepted vibe. But I mean, we're not talking about breaking someone's ankles here. It's a 24-hour timeout. Go cool off. Go do something else, right? It's 24 hours timeout from one Discord server. Like, just let it go, man. My kids give me grief because Discord mods are apparently that's the thing. Where if you're a Discord mod, you're living in your mum's basement and you've never touched a boob and all of this stuff. So my kids are like, oh, giving me grief constantly. I'm like, you realize you're my children, right? You're my evidence that I'm not some loser who's never touched. Anyway. So yeah, that's been the case for a while now, doing the Discord stuff, and it's fine, it's cool. It's just another way to help, right? I really want to build this thing. I really want it to grow, and I mean that's why we're all here, right? We want this thing to grow and succeed, and for more people to benefit from it. We 10x from here, and we're unstoppable, like unstoppable. And that's what I'm really here for.
Time is 9, Matt. Feels like we've been inching towards this thing for a long time. We're at the edge of the hill, man. It's time to get that snowball rolling.
Yeah, totally agree. Yabba's got this clarity of purpose and direction. He's completely in control of it now and where we go and what we do. And a lot of the problems that he saw, he's now fixed. I think. Look, I've said it before. It's all Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's 120 grand tomorrow, then we go 10x on Splinterlands without hesitation, because people are looking to take wins and move them into something else, move them into promising alt projects. But until those wins are there on Bitcoin, guys are just going to hold, right? They're just going to hold. Nobody wants to move into something else just before things jump. And while there's this feeling of like Bitcoin's a powder keg, I just can't see people really moving a lot of money into alts. It's really just waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing. So the whole market's just sitting there with bated breath, waiting for October to hopefully do something in the next
finally make an appearance. Yeah,
man poking with a stick, do something.
I feel the deck and the SPS seem to be lifting a little bit more than Hive. Hive seems to be sitting on this little plateau at the moment. It's just because I bought some Hive and I was thinking to switch it over to DEC to replenish my land that I stole to buy some promo cards, some of the deck from there. But I don't want to get rid of my Hive if that's on a delayed increase. Like if I just wait a little bit, it might be beneficial. Yeah, but it just seems that DEC and SPS keep creeping up a little bit, while Hive just stays at that. Was it 19, 20 cents? Yeah. So it's
people keep buying into SPS. It's got a really sexy chart the last 60, 90 days for the most part.
Yeah, it's looking.
I
really
think
nice.
a lot of the people who are left are ironed on now, right? They're bolted on, rusted on. Like myself, I'm not burning it. I'm not selling it. You won't catch me selling SPS in large amounts. Here and there a little bit, just to grab a bit of DEC to do something specific. But for the most part, that's where I'm hodling is in the SPS, and a lot of people feel the same. So how many transactions are moving SPS from somebody who was always going to sell it to somebody who's got no plans to sell it, maybe ever, or in the next decade?
Yeah, and it'd be good to see people who left come back. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
that'll be like, oops, I better jump on now because I get that same feeling I had in 2020. I like what the team's done. The menu, what is it? What do they call it? UX, UI, all looking really good. Yeah.
It does look more crisp. Oh yeah, I like it. I like the themes, like the Halloween theme. That was really cool.
Oh
I
yeah,
mentioned that last.
that was good. It's just a little
Oh,
gimmicky
it's
thing.
such a nice
Fun.
touch, man.
Yeah.
This is such. I would love to see that stuff seasonal. I said I want to see Tofu dressed up as a tofurkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'd ultimately like to see
With a
it,
fat
everything
turkey suit on.
Yeah.
everything hinge on a Splinterfest. So we do like seasons all the way up, and then we have it amalgamates into a Splinterfest. Then you get yourself on a calendar schedule. And then the resources can be used to focus upon that. And then with something like Splinterfest, that's something easy you can market to the rest of the world to bring people in. Because like you look at every sport and they have like a pinnacle, a grand final, or
They have, every year they have like, a
Super
a
Bowl,
run-up,
a grand
so,
final, Premiership.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it'd be
It's
like
very different playing in person too.
esports. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're playing in person, we've had a few recent get-togethers at the Adelaide meetups where we will just bring a laptop, and there's normally 4 of us there, and so we'll just play, pick teams. And I had Killer Dragon. I just slid my laptop across to him. I jumped on his, and we just played on each other's laptop with each other's cards. And there's something very different about actually being face to face with that person. There's no concerns about botting because you're watching him pick his team. So it's kind of like the way we do it here, but just in person. So yeah, that was the vibe at Splinterfest, and a lot of people who went there said they really enjoyed it. But it's a question of can the game afford it? But then can the game afford not to hold Splinterfest?
Oh, there's ways about it. So it could be just a donation drive. A donation drive. People contribute assets and resources and money to say, hey, around October we're going to do a Splinterfest. If we raise X amount of resources, we can hold it somewhere.
Obviously Thailand in Claiborne's house would just let him know. Let him know to put out a few extra cots.
Like I've said the Bojangles a few times with the Dota 2 game where they do the compendium, and every compendium that's sold, a portion of that goes to prize money, a portion of it goes to the team. So you can, I think it's possible to fund it with some community incentive. If you look at how much we're flipping in a promo sale, that's quite a fair amount of money, I think.
Oh, it's 150 grand in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and to
Appetite
me,
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if Splinterfest is giving out prizes or some sort of accolades, or even just helping to promote like a face-to-face champion tournament, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. But anyway, that's just probably a couple of steps away from that. It feels like sometimes we're getting there really, really. We're very close to getting to that point. We can start making some deeper decisions.
Yeah, I often wonder, like, what can or what will drive the next phase of this game, to become marketable, to become, more desirable for like the casual crowd and whatnot.
I think
I
Blaze.
haven't figured that out, to be honest.
I think Blaze's hiring and the timing of his hiring it couldn't be better. He's been around the game for a long time. I've heard him. I don't remember when it was. It must have been a year or two ago that he hopped on with Infidel and did like a whole AMA and just really kind of shed some light on where Blaze is coming from and what he's thinking. So I think it's up to him to kind of push the envelope with a lot of that stuff, because Matt has come out and said he doesn't have the marketing prowess necessary to kind of get us there. And he's made the big move of hiring one of us to help us achieve that goal. So, stuff like what Jagged just mentioned and what you just called out, Gio, I think getting the product into a very marketable, accessible position for
I
the
don't know
average
what comes
gamer.
first, the marketing or actual like the development, which we're doing now, right? But it's like, are we there yet? I don't know. I do not know. I can't say.
Got to be the mobile. You get the mobile situation right, then you're set. There's a lot of people who look at the game and say if they don't have mobile, then they don't have a future. I'm not even going to get involved with this.
You know what? That sounds great. Maybe on like a light client device, right? Like the mobile, that's the biggest platform for gaming like ever, right?
Yeah.
Is your handheld. Mm,
Yep.
It's a good point.
So what is it going to be for you, Gio? I miss running into you and bumping heads in Champ, dude. What's it going to take to get you back on board, dude?
I don't know. I'm just not feeling very. I'm not feeling like a lot of energy towards much at the moment. You know, I'm in a lull period myself. I'm in my own like little like bear market right now. You know, just energetically. So I'm just waiting, right? I don't know. I'm just in hibernation. I'm in
Well,
hibernation right
it's
now. I'm not like
cycles and seasons,
I'm
brother.
not upset. Yeah, I'm not upset. I'm not like I'm just flatlines, right? Like I'm not even like it's not like I'm even like distrusting of what's happening because if I was, I would be gone. I still think crypto is way better alternative to whatever's out there, right? So yeah, I'm just sort of just like sitting there. I'm on the sideline, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm still
So
in the game. I still pay for my pass. I still rent SPS, you know, but I'm not like on it like every day, you know, like I check maybe once every, few days, 3 days.
so it's like Geo feels like he's too young and he's waiting till he's 40 before he kicks in.
No, I actually feel like maybe this is what the maturity of the space is maybe not feeling so, hyper all the time, maybe it is just checking once every few days. I don't know, or maybe I'm just getting old and uninspired. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, I think that's the beauty of what Splinterlands is that there's something for all the seasons, right? Like
Yeah.
if you have personal stuff going on, it's completely acceptable and appropriate for you to
Yeah.
step aside, get the bot going, make sure it's got all the tools it needs to succeed for you. And then I feel like the
That's
onus is
true.
on the team and on the game to bring you full circle back into that period where you're feeling hyped.
That's a great point. They know how to keep us half in and half out if we choose to, right? If we choose to be on the out, right? That is a very good point. I think bots and all that, the way the game's set up and the way it's designed is made to to incorporate that into do what you just said.
And
Yeah.
also you having an asset management as well in the background. But also,
Yeah.
you've got to give yourself credit that you went at the game very intensely for a long period of time. So you need a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that you guys were every day on it for several hours, So
It's true.
yeah, I think you
It's
earned
true.
yourself a little bit of annual leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm more excited for like where SPS can go now. Like I'm looking at that front, like DC and SPS. Like I think it would be cool if ever the flywheel, really takes off. I think I'm more excited about that than actual just like the card aspect now. The more of the economic or tokenomics and all that. I like that stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, proof of the concept.
Mm.
Well, we got
Yeah,
it. We
just
got
a
a good
shift.
glimpse of it a year ago. I mean, Matt, I remember
Indeed.
y'all's episodes, and you were burning SPS on air and stacking DEC, and we saw SPS, go from 2 cents to 3 cents to damn near 4 cents in a really short period of time.
Mm.
And I feel like we're inching towards that, being right on the cusp of that being the average day, I think.
We've cut off the fat as well.
Yes.
Feel like a lot of like the people who were here who were just here for other reasons, they're gone. Now there's less of those types, and the ones who are here are probably here to stay, right? For
But
the most part.
this happens in a bear market too with projects overall. So there's competing projects out there. The longer the colder the winter is, the better you are if you're the bear with the longest fur, and you can survive while your competitors all die in their den. Great, right? So this is like anything. When times are good, right? You've got to kind of look after your market share. But when times are bad, just surviving, nature kind of takes care of your competitors. Then, when it's a bull market, every man and his dog will be yelling about their promising new project. and the fewer there are out there with 6 years behind them, I think the more of that attention we can attract versus the other projects. It's sad to see, right? Project goes completely defunct. They're rugged by their developers or whatever because it just got too long. The winter got too cold. They just couldn't keep the lights on. Those who do manage to keep the lights on, like ourselves, if we're in that stable sort of area now, then when things get crazy, then there's not 100 voices saying, pick me, pick me. There's only a few survivors left that have actually been around for long enough to be worth investigating. So, yeah, I think it's not just about surviving. This is that white knuckle ride, but I agree with you, B Jangles. We just feel like we're coming close to. Might be because it's spring here now. We'll be summer fairly soon, but just feels like we're on the cusp of something cool.
It's not just the climate, Matt. It's winter here, brother.
Actually, on timing and seasons, how are we going for time with this half of the episode?
I haven't been
half.
watching the clock, dude.
Same.
No idea.
You dropped the invite
50 minutes
ago.
All right, we better wrap this episode up then, otherwise it's going to be so long no one's ever going to watch it.
Oh, you can cut out the racist parts. That's all good.
Apparently,
that's the gold. That's the gold.
4 minutes. 4 minute episode.
Oh shit, Bob! I didn't even know you were back on, man. Your videos frozen.
I can hear you guys, but yeah, you're all frozen for me as well. So I'm definitely having internet issues here. Definitely, yeah. So
all right,
I need to
wrap
get
it
on
up.
top. It must be a Mexico thing. It's like right now I'm hotspotting on my mobile, and I'm still having issues. So, and it is a Mexico carrier, Telcel. So not sure what's going on, but yeah, I'll get this sorted soon. But yeah, should we wrap up the episode so we're not
Let's do it.
hours long or something like that? Yeah.
I like it how the
All right.
Splinterlands content really came out like towards the end. Like when we're wrapping up. That's great.
I can't wait to hear what I missed out on when so BJ, you shit this through to me. I'll do the editing and stuff like that. Can't wait to see what I missed.
Well,
I think I came
Bob,
in.
the TLDR is that the favor of getting you pulled from YouTube was returned, brother. I'll leave that open to interpretation.
Really looking forward to it. All right, so guys, thanks for joining us on 146. Jangles, Jagged, thanks for popping on. It's always great when we have guests on the show, and it just keeps the conversation going. You know, sometimes we reach the end of our episodes, we just do some battling because we, many of us will run out of things to say. But when we got guests on the show, there's no limit. Like we could do a 5-hour episode, not a problem, but as I say, I doubt anyone would actually watch it if we went for that long. So we'll see you next week on 147. Until then, Boba Fett, peace out.